are YouTube tutorials actually helping you, or are they holding you back? You should ask yourself that question, because I found myself watching endless amount of tutorials the past few days and thinking that everything that I've learned, I'm going to apply them. Everything I've learned, I'm going to apply them. But then it suddenly hit me that I was inside this loop of analysis paralysis. I was overthinking a lot of things. Now, if that is you, you need to stop, because analysis paralysis is that point in time where you're constantly over analyzing, you're observing, you're researching, you're thinking about it, but you're not actually doing. Yeah. And not doing is a big problem because it's a complete waste of time. They say clarity comes from doing. So if you're not doing, you can't get clear. You really cannot. Now, you will constantly feel that you're learning, but everything you're learning, where are you storing them? Are you even trying them? Are you even implementing them? Now, those are the things that I have gone through the past few days. And by the time I watch 5, 6, 10 videos, I start to feel overwhelmed. I don't know, maybe because I'm an over 40, maybe. But the thing is, now I've decided to take a different approach to it. My YouTube channel will grow whether I like it or not. It really doesn't matter. The purpose of this is to try and encourage over 40s to take up some kind of creativity, come and start content creation for self-expression, for self-improvement, but ultimately so that we can make money at the end. But one thing I find is that the mission is more to create a flexible life than the money. The money will come after. Another thing I learned is that tutorials are quite misleading. If you think creator A is trying to teach you something different from creator B, it's a lie. I found that by the time I watched a few of our popular creators who happen to be gurus, or that we term as gurus, everybody is saying almost the same thing, but they're telling us in different ways. Another thing I learned. Yes. So now I've decided that there is no quick success to this thing called YouTube, which is why we're going to be doing it for the long term. It's our contribution to society. So if you're an over 40 who's looking to grow, I really would encourage you to stay off the tutorial trap. It really is a trap. If you want to learn, probably limit the amount of watching you will do to probably 1 or 2 videos a day on how to grow on YouTube, because you can't tap out totally out of it. You won't find success. Then the other thing is to minimize the amount of creators you follow. So if you have 5, maybe a bit too much, depending on how much energy you can get from it. I would say probably 3, between 3 and 5 would be ideal, so that at least you can get a variety from the 5 creators. The other thing also you might want to do is you need to start taking notes. So I've got a notebook, a small notebook here. It's got the picture of my sister on it, so I'm not going to show it up. But there's another one I got myself, and I've started to write and take notes, even ideas of YouTube videos that I want to shoot, and now going into the notes. On top of that, I've got Notion, but just in case I'm watching on my phone and I can't quickly pull up my Notion, before the idea leaves me, I grab the note and I grab a pen and start writing. Because I found that once I do that, I'm able to go over the notes, I can read it, I can then apply it to the next video. Yes, so that helps. So if that is your thing, or you find yourself in that situation, just 3 things: stop consuming, start taking action, so start creating your own. I remember recently, or was it yesterday, when I made a video about somebody starting a series on TikTok, and they made it to day 200. That is just amazing. Start your own series, label it whatever it is you want to label it. It's an idea I might be taking up, who knows? Just something that encourages you to show up for yourself. Then the next thing is focus on execution. If you're somebody who's new to YouTube and you haven't started at all, create your first 10 videos. They will be crappy anyway, I'm just warning you. But they probably won't be your best. Just make them and push them out. No, not all at once. Schedule them. Yes. And then you learn by doing. That's the third thing, because you can't learn by listening. You have to learn by doing. So if you've ever been stuck in a tutorial trap, I just want to remind you that it's perfectly normal. Everybody goes through it, and just find your way to get out of the trap. Really, That's all you owe yourself.